Hello and welcome to another episode of Alan Writes. We're working on Lucky Gold. It's been a while since I worked on this. I had to refresh myself on things, where things stood, and made few little revisions. I thought it was better for Daniel to experience this rather than comment on it. They soared like a roller coaster. Daniel hadn't thought to brace himself, but he fumbled for a handhold as the view went from ordinary to extraordinary. Generally, you want to do that. You can do a lot with what they're thinking if it's a particularly complex thought, but it's better to see the reactions if it's something simple and direct. And also, she was done winning at Blackjack for just 4 hours and came back to find the place transformed. And that's true of a lot of second. You do an edit on it. Your second draft is going to fix a lot of problems. You're just getting the idea down. You've heard me probably talk about this a lot, but it's true. You get the idea down, and then you can play around with it to some extent. I mean, you have to watch that you don't get an idea down that you can't use or is a bad one, and then you start forming your entire story about it. And and if you have to remove it later, it creates a lot of odd problems, like who killed the chauffeur, sort of things from one particularly well-known uh, mystery where Raymond Chandler, I think, did it. He had the chauffeur die in a car while parked in a car down at the docks, and no one's sure why that happened because it's not covered in the rest of the book. It's only mentioned once. And while certainly it pumps up the drama, especially in a murder mystery, it didn't go anywhere. And when they did it for film, they had to ask him, well, who killed the chauffeur? He's like, I don't know. He lost the thread of that. It might have been important before, but then it wasn't, and he couldn't remove it because it moved certain characters around and gave the impetus to action. Not important. All right. Now she's going to open the door. A swipe of a pass card. Open the door. Open the door to a, well, this is a garden. Now, I did some research on Las Vegas high roller suites. They are usually amazing. They will do, if you're a big enough whale, they will set it out however you like. If you want to do a bat cave, you can do a bat cave. If you want to you have something specific in mind, they will often try to accommodate. This was sort of them throwing stuff together to make her feel more relaxed and want to stay in the hotel for longer and gamble. And to be honest, it worked. It worked. She stayed. And continues to gamble and give them the illusion that they can get their money back. I mean, they expect that sooner or later they are going to get their money back because the odds favor them in the long run. But in the short run, she's certainly taking them out. The cleaner, she's got a free room, basically free room and board. But anyway, let's open the door to a, let's think about this. It's half a writer's paradise and half a botanical suite to a sliver of paradise. Paradise. To a sliver of paradise. Trimmed green plants stood upon sleek modern furniture stood beside, or plants went hand in hand with sleek modern furniture. Well, I say hand in hand because I don't want to actually describe everything that's going on here. It's an impression that he's getting. The sleek modern furniture with No, it's antique furniture. With antique furniture, sideboards, tables, flowing chairs with tidy skirts. Over the legs. A Victorian callback. A Victorian callback. Undercut by the black and white marble tiles underfoot. They couldn't change those. They couldn't change those. Or the walls, which were likewise pale white. And like the ghosts of Rome. Heather led him in, and then the door swung shut silently. A soft click to indicate that the lock was set. No need to eschew modern protection. No need. He wondered if there were cameras here. Probably not. Was the high roller suite. And the guests had an expectation of privacy. If there were, then they were discreet. They were discreet. Then they were discreet and cabled into a specific security room that ordinary employees couldn't access. Maybe they just made recordings. I almost said tapes. That's a little old. Maybe they just made recordings. Never watched them. Maybe someone to watch and report could keep their mouth shut about all other things. It was Vegas. Anything goes. Anything goes. But Vegas, anything goes. The bar was, of course, fully stocked. And so were all kinds of bottles, all kinds of bottles and colors and colored drinks to be had. I don't even think I need to cover that. It was, of course, fully stocked. To his surprise, the refrigerators were too. Because when Heather opened one, it was replete. It was replete. It was packed. Fruit candy bars, fruit from bananas, oranges, apples, and grapes in one section. Candy bars of all kinds in another. To his surprise, there were all manner of jerkies. Me too. Vacuumed up, vacuum tight. All manner of jerkies too, ranging from teriyaki. Yeah, that's how you spell teriyaki. Ranging from teriyaki to devil's breath. She grabbed a candy bar. One filled with chocolate and nuts. Want anything? It's all comped. An apple? He asked. Because while he was hungry, because he had hunger. He asked as hunger grew upon him. How long had it been? Now, had they wanted to go to dinner? Oh, Samara's there. Student loans. We'll. All right. I don't think I mentioned that they were going to go to. How long had it been? She passed him a delicious looking fruit, and he bit into it once. The taste was invigorating. Sugar, blessed sugar, to his rescue. When he stopped to chew, He found her looking with a little grin. We should order dinner. We should order dinner, she said. Okay, he replied. And gently unwrapped her candy bar. Where? Here, she said. He gave a little laugh. He blinked. Room service. They'll send just about anything. Cops too, so order the lobster if you like. This is quite the life, he remarked. And bit into the apple out of habit. Yeah, it is, she replied. We grabbed the menus. Menus. Nope, I had the right spelling the first time. It doesn't look proper to me for some reason. I want to add additional letters. I'm as bad as the old monks. All right, this is quite the life. Menus, she replied. Grab the menus. I'm surprised you don't have servants for that, he said as she glided around the bar. Round to the other side of the bar. They offered. I declined. The room only come. They offered. I declined. My privacy is more important. Accepted the monks, she said. Trouble waking up, getting going. I'm sure you understand. Not really. As long as there is a promise of coffee, I'm fine, he said. Heretic. Warning people are known sinners. Are we? He asked as she pulled up a menu. It was it'd be a fancy menu, wouldn't it? I mean, come on, let's be honest. It's a high roller suite. It was heavy cardstock. Let's see, hand cut edges. Heavy cardstock with hand cut edges. The words written rather than printed. Calligrapher's script. 2. Tidy and clean, but still elegant. Elegant. The kind of thing from a bygone age, of Times New Roman, of Arial script, and inkjet printers, and laser printers. Not sure I feel that way. Then you've been sinning in your heart. She said, and turned the menu and placed the menu between them so they both might read. I bet you whistle in the morning. Only in the shower, he replied, and then shook himself at the honesty. Now, is he going to mention this? All right. When she? Oh, you're not staying overnight. Oh, you're not staying. Didn't think so. Don't think. I'm tempted. Thank you. But I just met you today. I have a girlfriend. She's lucky then. Heather replied. And then looked down at the menu. Oh, they've changed it. Oh, I've always wanted to try. I've always wanted to try their lasagna. I've always wanted to try their lasagna. I've been working my way through the seafood because it's delicious. Through the seafood because it's delicious. But no, I want something more Italian. Do you like Italian? I grew up next door neighbors to Italians. Big family? I defy you, spell check or grammar check. Big family? More ways than one. Good people. Lots of good food. I still send them gifts on their birthdays. Like I said, really? How do you know what to get them? There's ways. Mysterious fundraiser ways. Sure. If that bolsters my rep, I'll take it, rather than saying it's just data mining. A lot of stuff is out there. A lot of stuff is out there. And if you're not careful, can be used against you. You're not the first person to say that. Am I the second? Yes. She replied. I'm having the lasagna. Oh. I'm having the lasagna. With garlic bread. Lots of garlic. Don't try to stop me. Don't try to stop me. Okay. I used to eat raw garlic. When I had a cold. Did that work? It did clear my sinuses for a while. He said, and pondered the menu. There really was only one choice. I'll get a steak. Steak with scallops. How do you want it? Rare. Rare is always best. You can burn meat plenty of ways. But perfection. But the taste is best. I'm not here to chew my food. I'm here to enjoy it. She smiled. I'll call it down. Apparently there was something in her that took to being a hostess. She said she'd done service jobs before. Then she romped off toward the house phone. She said she'd done service jobs before. Maybe there was something in her, something in that which appealed just now. Living a very different life in a casino, perhaps it kept her grounded. And she didn't want sex, which was both a blessing and a letdown. Good for his career and relationship with his girlfriend. Who might... Is he flexible like that? Who would understand him receiving the offer. And still be good for his career and a relationship with his girlfriend, who would probably understand him offer as long as was upfront and honest about it. But also a little bit, there was some part of him that wanted to be closer to her. A strange, insistent part. A strange, insistent part that he didn't understand. Understanding was what his career was all about. Getting to know people, finding out what they valued, and then giving them a way to fulfill it, while also advancing other projects. Everyone wanted to save the world, or just their patch of it. A soft gleam arose from the other room. A golden gleam that seemed at odds with the tiles and plants that felt at odds. He turned and took a step towards the back of the suite. There was a dining room. There was a dining room with a long table and a typewriter set at one end. A boxy typewriter. And a boxy typewriter set it. I will have to figure out how the writer Beatrix Potter wrote. I expect it's longhand, not typewriter. But the typewriter is from The Shining. A copy, of course. Oh, that's reassuring. Like I said, they didn't have a lot of time to put the suite together, and I'm not about to correct them. If the typewriter is still there tomorrow, then there are no cameras or listening devices in the suite. Okay, now 37 minutes in, I gotta call it. That's not how you spell. Living a very different grad student, living a very different life in a casino, perhaps. All right, so that has been Lucky Gold. We've gone on a ways. You know, it's not too bad. It's 2 pages. 15 minutes a page. You can imagine when I'll be done with this, which will be eventually. It's done when it's done. Let's be honest. It's done when it's done. I'm not going to rush things. I can skip whole passages if I think I just need filler, and I have done so in the past. You just mark a chapter as it's filler, or they go to the bar and talk and they hash some shit out. And then you can move on to other stuff if it's important to the plot and it's important in your mind to keep going. You've got to keep your momentum up. And however you do that is, of course, that's however you do it. Writing is idiosyncratic. It's your way. There are some ways that are better and some ways that you might find out by borrowing them from other people. But in the end, it's your way. So I hope you've enjoyed this. Stay safe and take care out there, all right? Thanks.